My name is Michael Dana. In 2008, I was diagnosed with a rare brain cancer, and after 6 years, I was cancer-free. But the ordeal left me changed, with a different outlook on life and a new sense of priorities. While still recovering, I earned a degree in economics from UNC Chapel Hill. My studies taught me to analyze data and open my mind to see things differently. I also started formal training in the martial arts to better defend myself and use it as a means of extreme physical therapy. Since then, I've obtained black belts in 3 martial arts. I own and run a martial arts school and have logged over 51 teaching hours. To my friends and family, I'm a simple business owner. But to the martial arts world, I'm something else. I am Sifu Mike, and this is Dragon Theory.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is another episode of my theory on all things martial arts, okay? My name is Sifu Mike, and today's episode I'm going to be talking a little bit more about teaching, specifically about testing, alright? Anyone who's been in a martial arts school knows about the whole testing for different ranks, and I'm going to do my best to try to explain that not just from a historical perspective, using my words as late in the day. Alright, and I'm tired and old, and I'm from the South. I can't speak my own language. I'm trying to now, I'm screwing that up. Right? I got the one language, I can't spell half of it, I can't pronunciate the other half. I'm just at a massive disadvantage. But I got information, and as long as I can effectively get that information to you, I can make, hopefully, your life better, because knowing is always such a good thing. Alright, so today I'm talking about, you're just listening, I'm talking about testing, alright, as far as how it goes in a martial arts school and really how it's used in a business sense as well. So if you watch the entire video, you can find out a little bit about how to use testing in a way that will benefit your business. That being said, most times things that benefit a business don't actually often benefit the person learning. Alright, so keep that in mind. Watch the whole video. Hopefully, by the end of it, everything will make sense. It makes sense in my head, so I'm just going to try to get that to you as far as like having it make sense in your head. Now, if you've never done martial arts before, just knew this is a thing, keep watching, right? This is mostly for the people who have done martial arts or have a martial arts school, right? Or they teach everything, so this is going to be a video for you, and I'll talk about it in length at thedragonmethod.com. Okay, again, that's thedragonmethod.com, where I talk about testing and how to effectively utilize it as far as teaching goes. I'm not going to go into that here. I'm just going to talk about how it is used. That's a very important thing. So, historically, talking about testing as far as it is an evaluation of where your skill is at a certain rank, right, at a certain time. Okay, and so it's really kind of a modern day thing when you think about it, right? It didn't actually come about until the 19th century and really after World War II, right? A lot of, and I've talked about this in previous videos, a lot of martial arts schools are set up to be very similar to the military, and they have ranks as far as who does what, right? And in a lot of businesses, they also have levels as far as who gets paid what, right? And so you have this structure already there, and so they just kind of mimicked that and brought it into martial arts. Now, they also patterned it after academic settings, which has that same kind of structure as far as the testing to whether or not you know the knowledge, so that if you know it and you pass the test, then you move forward. You don't go past that until after you pass the test, right? Now, anybody who has been in school knows about the whole phenomenon of cramming before a test, right? Because you only have to be good once, all right? And that exists in martial arts, is that you only have to be good once, and you only really don't even have to be great. You just have to be good enough, right? Or at least better than the other guy. Some places they have it completely dependent on whether or not you're better than all the other people in the room at the time, right? So we have this, going back to the historical aspect, we have a lot of modern day schools set up like that because it makes sense and it helps them keep track of all the different things. There's another way where the rank system kind of evolved in that you have, I know from certain Filipino styles, they would have patterns and they would mix a bunch of patterns together and they keep adding to it and keep adding to it. And the students were like, man, this is a whole lot. We need to understand it better. We need to organize it, right? That's the main thing, is that the codified system is a system of organization to keep better track of the techniques. Because back in the day, maybe your entire martial art was just one form or kata, right, or a couple or a handful, and that's how they taught it, and they just taught the applications based on that form or the kata that you would then learn. Fast forward a couple hundred years and you've got a whole lot more stuff, even though some of it might be completely the same. Okay, the human body can only move in so many different ways, so you just have different names for the same thing. But people don't quite know that, so they just assume, okay, this is a different thing, even though it might just be a more complicated version of what came before. It's not lined up like that. So they started grouping things that are very similar but different, right? And they would put them in these different sections. Then they were like, okay, well, this is easiest, or in some cases, this is the hardest one. We're going to have people do that first, and we're going to give them tests and see how they do with that. Once they do that, we give them the other group. And that's kind of how the ranks came about as far as the different sections. But here's the crazy thing, right, is that a test doesn't necessarily test the person's ability to do a thing, right? It tests their instructor's ability to teach them that thing, all right? I've seen this several times. I've actually done it several times way back in the day when I was giving tests and stuff like that, and I've been a part of it too. It's filling out a form, an evaluation form of another human being, and then giving that form to them, and then never seeing it again, right? And that's, to me, that's kind of crazy, right? Because if, say, I have a group of 10, and I have a test, and I have a form, and on every single one of them, I say, oh man, all these guys need to be faster. They all got low marks on speed. If I got a testing board, and they say the same thing, everyone's agreeing, all these guys need to get faster, right? And then I give that form to the student and never see it again, right? And so they know they have to get faster. They don't know how to get faster. They're still learning. I know how to make them faster, but I just gave them that information and didn't even realize and didn't even look at all my other students, all the other 10 people on the mat, to see that, hey, they all need to be faster. I need to work on that, right? And so it's like I'm literally giving an information that would really be good for me to somebody who doesn't know how to utilize it, right? It's almost akin to working the situation and not the techniques in it, and telling somebody, oh, you need to get good at this thing that you've never done before, right? And so it seems way more likely that you fill out the evaluation sheet and you keep that as the instructor and be like, okay, I need to work on this, I need to work on that. And use that as an evaluation for you, right? If the student, in my opinion, if the student's out of test, then they've already gotten belt, right? Because the thing is, you can be good once, right? I want them to be good all the time. It's a lifestyle, right? And so if they get to test, that means they've already gotten a belt. That means the test is superfluous, or it is a measure of what I need to do, right? And so that's really how I go about looking at things, and how the test really is not a good assessment, because it's just telling the people to do all these things that they don't know how to do because they're still learning. If you just happen to be in the Durham, North Carolina area, you can come to my school, Tactical Kung Fu Mixed Martial Arts, tkfmma, right, which is this YouTube channel, right, so you can like and subscribe and follow and all this stuff, tkfmma/tkfmma. It's also my Facebook page, my Twitter account, my Instagram, all /tkfmma. Now, if you want martial art techniques, go to thedragonmethod.com. Okay, that's thedragonmethod.com. And there I've got everything. I'm always posting stuff, trying to get everything I can on there, regardless of the color around your waist, you can learn everything that I teach, right? And right now, I'm currently running a special where I'm literally giving away a free trial membership. So definitely check it out. It's called thedragonmethod.com. Alright, so hope to see you there or talk to you again. Just, tune in. I'm going to be doing these things at least once a week, every week, because I enjoy doing them, right? And most people enjoy doing the things that are good at. I guess I'm good at this, right? Even though I'm just talking to a camera that doesn't talk back, which is also really cool because there's no back talking here, just me. Alright. Anyways, guys, hope you're doing good, and I will talk to you later. Alright, bye.